Hey guys, Dream Envoy here, and welcome back to more of Let's Play Winds of Change. This is it! We are beginning Act 5, which I presume is to be the final act. This is the beginning of the end. I'm glad that if you've been watching this series so far, I'm glad that you have joined me thus far. I am looking forward to this. Five corruption, 3 purity. Let's do this. Traveling to Balteus is the point of no return. Make sure you have completed all the content you desire. There will be no coming back. Act 5 is the finale. Okay. Very well. I have multiple save slots in case I have to go back for anything. And I'm gonna be taking advantage of that when I beat the game and start doing future playthroughs just to see the alternate scenarios. Which I promise I will record for you. Let's travel to Balteus to begin the finale. I make my way to the docks, happy to see that almost everybody has done the same. Our forces line the entire area. Dozens of ships are ours to command. We stand a real chance. Making our way down the docks, I notice all of our forces talking among themselves. This is the unity that the world needed. The unity we're fighting for. Though not everybody saw eye to eye, they could all coexist with one another. There would be no more oppression for those who taught differently than our rulers. That is, of course, if we won. Milos is nowhere to be seen. But somehow, I'm not surprised. He came to Elarenthia and back, and for that I was grateful. It was time for him to rest and focus on what to do next. I noticed Sophie helping our forces load supplies onto the boats. The gamble of letting him join our side seems to be paying off. I'm certain his help will be invaluable as we enter Balteus. As I continue down the docks, eyes start to fixate on me. Not just me, but the blade upon my back as well. They all knew who I was. At this moment, I feel the weight resting on my shoulders, but I stand strong. This was a burden that I was ready to carry. No, this was a burden that I was born to carry. I smile at them as I walk by, and they do so in turn. As I walk, I eventually run into Dominic. He's overseeing everybody's efforts, making sure it goes smoothly. There was a lot to transport. We'd all need weapons, food, and drink.
Quite the army, isn't it? Salus would be proud. I know he would. Forgive me for taking charge, though. You deserve a break. Or at least a chance to save your energy. You'll need most of it in Balteus, not here. We'll take care of everything until then.
I nod, thankful that Dominic is taking the initiative. I definitely need to use the voyage as time to prepare. My skill with this blade is limited, but I know I can improve.
I made sure to put us on the same boat as each other. Everyone, actually. Howl, Valessa, Fortame, Ulrich, Pro. It's probably best if we're all together for the end of this journey.
That much was true. I'd need my friends by my side for this. We were about to change the entire world. We'd be slain. Gods. Part of me wonders just who they are, and why they do what they've done. there's probably no point in concerning myself with that information. Nothing about them could excuse what they've done. They need to fall. I thank Dominic for everything that he's done, and this makes him happy.
Of course, Monarch. Anything to help you out. But I think we're almost ready to set sail. Want to get on board? Might as well lead by example. A lot of people are just standing around.
I nod, and we start making our way toward the boat. Our vessel is the same one we used to get to Alarenthia. It's a bit bigger than the rest, and would work as a mobile HQ. When I get to the deck, I turn around and look at the docks. Everyone is saying their final goodbyes, said we might not make it back. I give them all the time they need, and slowly watch as they board our fleet. I might not make it back either. That thought fills me with fright. Taking one last look at museum soil, I say goodbye under my breath. What happened next would change the course of Alestian history forever. Turning around to face the deck, I notice that Sophie is watching me over. I walk toward him, wondering what it could be about. This seems important. I make my way across the ship and I notice all my comrades scurrying about.
I'm glad that they put us all on the same boat. I must say, I've gotten used to you and your friends. Being placed anywhere else would be pretty uncomfortable. I just wanted to tell you that I gave Damek some information. He's forming a plan of attack as we speak, so it definitely helped. When it comes to Balteus and the Triumvirate, I know more than anybody. I'm sorry for what we did to him during our attack, by the way. I ordered Shane to stab him, so it's technically my fault. He seems fine though, so no hard feelings?
I'm more ashamed of Shane, who, fell for your trick. I shrug, uncertain of how to respond. If it happened any differently, he'd be dead for sure. It feels a bit beyond coincidence, but I don't stop to question it.
They might not tell your allies that I gave them this information, though. Not everybody trusts me, so it would probably just cause more harm than good. I'm not here to cause harm, so we all agreed it was best to omit a few facts.
It makes sense, so I understand where they're coming from. Fighting among ourselves is the last thing we need before the final battle. It was time to stand strong and united. A time to trust one another unconditionally.
That's it, really. I just thought you deserved to know it came from me. I did promise information that would help your final attack, after all. If anything else comes to mind, I'll make sure to bring it to attention.
He's definitely going to great lengths to make himself seem genuine. That's good. There was a lot of doubt in the air surrounding his alliance. The people may not know he tipped us off, but they didn't really have to. He turns away from me and stares into the distance. I guess this talk is over. I decide to make my way to Dominic and Hal to see what information he gave them. But before I can get there, I'm interrupted by my comrades. They seem really excited. We exchange hugs and pleasantries for a few moments. Are they really happy? Or are they just putting on an act? It's hard to tell, since this is the calm before the storm.
Hey there, Monarch. Glad to see you made it here. I'm happy we're all on the same boat.
Yeah, it makes me feel way better. If I was stuck with other people, I'd be worried, but in this situation, I'm not. I'm perfectly comfortable.
I'm just doing my best to hang in there. This whole life at sea thing really isn't my style. I can't wait to get back and settle down for good.
Knock on wood, Pro. Don't get arrogant before the final battle. This is a huge gamble. You need to give it your all.
Me? Arrogant? Never. Anyway, I need to take my mind off of this water stuff. How about we go sit in the crew quarters and play some cards?
Arrogant, huh? I'm rolling my eyes on that.
Sure, but I think Dominic is about to make a speech. He's been lost in conversation with Hal for a while now. I overheard them talking about our plan of attack in Balteus.
Alright, I can wait. Maybe you should get over there, Monarch. I'm pretty sure that's something you'll want to be a part of.
That's true. And I was making my way over there anyway. Ulrich and Pro go about their business, but Valessa and Fartem stay.
Good luck, Monarch. I hope we get to spend more time together. But I understand if we don't get to. This is probably the most important moment of your life. So do whatever you need.
Yeah, as much as we need you, I think the world needs you more. Hopefully this isn't goodbye. But there's always a chance that it is. Since we're going to Balteus, we need to treat that as a real option.
It's true, as Grimmett made the conversation feel. Before I can respond, they both step forward and hug me at the same time. I let out a soft laugh and wrap my arms around them. Together, we've all come so far.
Thanks for everything, Monarch. I think you have some planning to do, so I'll let you go.
Yeah, just know that I'll never forget our time together. If we play our cards right, then we can have more of that after the war. I know things have been crazy, but with you two by my side, it's been easier.
With the hug broken, we nod at one another with big smiles. I'm sure we'd see each other again, so I don't let it get me down. There was no way we'd get to end this without crossing paths again. Make my way over to Dominic and Hal, scanning my surroundings as I do. My pirate allies run about the ship, making last-minute preparations and adjustments. It's nice to know that we had their sailing expertise. So many important people were on board. Because of that, something told me that our ship would be in the very front of the pack. But I wouldn't know for sure until I talked to Dominic and Hal. They turned to face me. I can tell they're stressed out. It's apparent on their faces. I asked them what's up.
Hey, Monarch. We were just taking care of some planning. I think we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to do. Now that we've talked it out, I think our chances are great.
Dominic is correct. Our confidence has increased tenfold. Thanks to some last-minute information, we now have the edge. Hopefully we can keep that when we put our plan into practice.
They both glance over to Sophie. I know that he gave them the information. Huh. So you finally admit that it was useful, huh, Hal? I'm glad that they trusted him enough to base their plan around his intel. Back when we left Alarinthia, our alliance and trust seemed to be shaky.
I guess I should tell everybody what we're planning then. I'll go stand at the head of the ship and give myself a platform. They might want to hear from you too, Monarch, so be ready.
I stand back and watch as he takes slow steps toward the head of the ship. I didn't even know what they were planning, so I'd be learning at the same time. However, due to the fact that they were working together, I knew we were in good hands. Alex watches him pass by and I can tell he's tired of waiting around. It wouldn't be much longer before we set sail, so I hope he can wait a bit longer. Once the pirates start preparing the ship to leave, their shouts would drown everything out. After a few more moments, he reaches the head of the ship and clears his throat. Gathering the attention of everybody nearby, he mounts a grate to get higher around. A silence overtakes the entire ship, but he has no problem rising to overcome it.
Well, I guess this is the eve of our final attack. I know many of you are wondering just what's going to happen. I'll explain more later, but right now, I can tell you a bit of what we're planning. We should arrive in Balteus just as the sun is rising. When we do, we'll be all meeting at a central location for one final meeting. It's important that everybody is on the same page before we take any big steps. However, our first big step will be to secure the Grand Library. Holding the proprietor hostage, We'll station our army there as a pseudo-HQ. I bet you're wondering why we've chosen the library. Well, our reasoning is twofold. First of all, we've been told that the Honor Guard cannot set foot inside. There's some sort of ward on the property, presumably so the owner can be alone. We're not sure why they prefer to work alone, but we know they're important to the Triumvirate. That is part of our second reason. Taking them hostage, we will extract information. We need anything we can gather that will help us with our next step, the final attack. While information is extracted, we can use the safety of the library to rest and recuperate. After that rest, we will gather one more time and begin our final assault. The Monarch will lead a small team and infiltrate the castle, attacking the Triumvirate directly. The rest of us will lead the Honor Guard to the town square and fight them there as a distraction. With the distraction as large as we're planning, the Monarch should be unimpeded. He will kill the Triumvirate and destroy the large idol at the back of their chambers. We believe this idol to be of importance to them, so we must destroy it in order to win.
In our vision, it was not just you, but also the Triumvirate who wanted the idol destroyed. That's,
With the blade plunged into that idol, the Monarch will tap into its power. He will use it to deactivate the Honor Guard, and the suits of armor will crumble. At that point, victory is ours. We will gather in the castle atrium and count the survivors.
Everybody looks at me as Domix explains this part of the plan. It's my first time hearing it, but all of it makes perfect sense. It's a good strategy. We don't know what the idol is, but I could definitely use its power, just like I did in our HQ. With the Triumvirate dead, and their Honor Guard dissolved, victory was ours. We still have to worry about Helen and Shane, but I'm sure they pop up somewhere. I feel confident. Giving everybody a nod, they turn their attention back to Domic's platform.
As soon as we arrive, I'll share this plan with everybody else. So until then, I advise getting some rest. You're going to need it. That is, unless there's anything you want to say to all of us, Monarch.
All eyes are on me once again, and I take a few steps forward. Domix jumps off of the crate, leaving me a platform to stand on. A speech? I'd never given one of those in my life. I don't know. My uncertainty must come across in my demeanor as they start urging me on. They even break away from each other, leaving a clear path for me to walk forward. I am technically their leader. It makes sense for me to talk. I have to get used to this. I continue to walk forward and notice smiles appear on their faces. The impact that my actions and attitude have on everybody here is very clear. It's a good thing that this level of responsibility was given to someone who can handle it. A few moments later, I'm on top of the crate, matching the deep gaze of all my subjects. Silence overtakes everything. I can hear the calm of the water against the docks of Mazeo. It's clear that I have to break this silence, clear my throat, and think of what I should say. The speech is a culmination of all your choices thus far. Oh, the game is deciding my personality based on my previous choices. This is interesting. How does the game think about me? This is how the game is going to present me as this character based on my choices. This is how the game is going to judge me, by telling me straight to my face exactly what type of person this game thinks I am. Let's hear it. We stand here today as harbingers of justice. Through us, it is time for the monarchy to speak. And it is time for our enemy to realize that we will stop at nothing to see them fall. They start to mutter among themselves, nodding in agreement with everything I say. The roads of this journey have been paved with compromise and change. But they have been our changes. We do not conform to their idea of purity and perfection. And that is exactly why we will win. A bunch of them start cheering, with wide grins on their faces. Speaking from the heart, speaking from instinct, and it's working. I smile too, and my words from this moment are filled with confidence. We will leave behind a world of freedom. We will embrace everything who has been wrongfully oppressed. Put simply, we will give hope to those who have found their own was stolen. Due to the Triumvirate's rule, that number is far too high, but it ends now. No longer will victims find themselves blinded by revenge. No longer will servants find themselves lost to a quest of redemption. The crowd is roaring with applause, cheering on my every word. I know they want more, so I try to think of what I should say next. We have more power than any group of people who have ever spoken up against the Triumvirate. With visions us like my own, we have an army of seers willing to fight for us. Able to see the future, and every move the enemy can make, we will be unstoppable. I grab the blade from my bag and slowly unsheath it. Most importantly, we have this. Holding the blade out, they explode with even more applause. I held a symbol that almost guaranteed our victory and our freedom. Nobody has ever had or ever will have a better chance at taking them down. Using this blade, I will create a world just like Salus had always envisioned. When this is all over, we will live in a united world. We will stand together, strong. Everybody will have a voice, and together we will find harmony. We will find peace. Put the blade back in its scabbard, signaling that I'm almost done speaking. Raising my fist in the air, I give one last shout. One last call to unify our cause. For the monarchy! And with a wide smile, I met with a large rout of applause. I jump off the crate. Taking it aside as we're ready to depart, the pirates start preparing to set sail. We should probably meet with Dominic and Hal one last time before deciding what to do. As I approach them, I notice they look happier than I've ever seen. I never saw myself as a public speaker, so I'm quite surprised at what happened. Doubts of my efficiency were still there, but seeing my comrades smile helped that worry dissipate.
Eloquently put, Monarch. Better than my own speeches, I have to admit. I could see just how much everybody looks up to you.
It was quite impressive, we must say. You're going to make a fine leader. We're sure of it. The greatest asset of any ruler is the ability to inspire hope.
And I'd say we have that in droves now. I trust that you're okay with our plan, Monarch. Sorry that we didn't have time to pass it by you first.
I nod. It all seems good.
Good. It seems everything is now in order. Perhaps you should go and get some rest, Monarch. We will wake you if there are any matters of importance.
Very well. And don't worry, you guys seen more war than I have. So, I trust your judgment, Dominic.
Yeah. We need you rested when we reach Balteus. You know our plan, and the pirates are about to set sail. There's nothing left for you to do. At least for now.
I guess he was right. Until we arrived, things were out of my hands. After thanking them for the opportunity, I make my way to the crew quarters. I value the opportunity to rest, but given the circumstances, that rest won't come easy. Oh, great. Oh, great! These two jerks are waiting for us. Alright. I think I'm gonna end it here. Next time on Let's Play Winds of Change, we're gonna see this. If you like this part, hit that like button. Feel free to leave behind a comment. And if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that bell. See you guys next time.